every game happened on Monday, March 3rd. We have 7 games. Let's get into it. The first game is the Warriors beat the Charlotte Hornets 119-101. Yeah, the Warriors, they're really rolling at the moment. It's Jimmy Butler, even though he's not doing much, as we can see from his stat, 13 points, 6 for 6 from the free throw line, right? Fantasy wise, he's still okay. It's just the defense he brings, and he can also play make, just fitting very well with the Warriors. And to be honest, if you're playing with Steph Curry, it's very easy to fit in. He just opened a lot of things for you. Draymond Green started at the center, and it's working well. 16 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists, and 2 steals for Draymond with 2 threes. Amazing, right? In only 28 minutes. But again, this game versus the Charlotte Hornets. Podziemski had a great one with 19 points, 4 threes, and Steph Curry just 21 points and 10 assists. And Buddy Hield even went off. Yeah, it's versus the Charlotte Hornets. The Warriors, they're expected to win. And LaMelo, 8 for 21, 25 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, and still on a block with 4 threes. As long as he's playing, I think, we're happy. I know he's been dealing with a lot of, he hurt his ankle a couple of times this year. I don't know what else, he's dealing with. But, he's going to sit out some games. And this is always the concern with LaMelo is because, he's on a bad team. What's going to happen? They're out of the playoff contention. Mark Williams, they're playing him good minutes. Beautiful. 12 rebounds, 12 points, 13 rebounds, and a steal and 2 blocks, still putting up great numbers. And Miles Bridges, yeah. Same situation as last year. Beginning of the season, struggled a little bit, and then people get hurt. And then he came in and started playing 33 minutes and dropping, score over 20 points and 4 threes. Amazing game from him. And they're going to play Miles Bridges. It doesn't look like, I don't think they really rested him last year. He's not a guy that's injury prone. The next one, this is getting uglier in Philly. 119-102. And Portland is a great team. If you put them in the East, the same record, they're going to make the play-ins, right? And they obviously have a way tougher schedule in the Western Conference. Fernie Simons popped off with 34 points, 6 threes, 2 steals. Great. They're still playing him big minutes, and yeah, I think it's good for Fernie Simons. If Portland just keep winning games, right? They don't really have that great incentive to tank. And given the Kyrie news, Mavericks right now they're the 10th seed. That actually helped Phoenix in a major way. Who knows? Maybe Blazers can make a push, late season push for the play-ins. Who knows? But the Mavericks, it's like, AD is still out. What's even the point? Because you're not really gonna win without Kyrie. Donovan, finally a great game with 29 minutes, 13 rebounds, and still in 3 blocks. He's still a must roster, even though there'll be games he struggles. Actually, there'll be a lot of games he struggles, but the upside is there. Shannon Sharp, 20 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal, and 1 3. Pretty good. I think if he's on the waiver wire for sure, Shannon Sharp at the moment, with Jeremy Grant out, we could definitely roster him. Kamara, 9 rebounds, 11 points, and 1 3. No defensive stats. Still good. I think he's a must roster 3-and-D guy. And Danny Advia, after getting a triple-double, kind of cooled off here. And Scoot Henderson came off the bench, had 6 assists and 7 points. If you need assists, you could definitely still have him. Otherwise, there should be better opportunities. For the Sixers, Tyrese Maxey's been dealing with a finger injury. I think he sprained his finger last game, 2 games ago. So he left the game early, 6 assists and 5 points. Horrible game anyway. I think he left in the third maybe. If Maxey is out, Sixers, their dream is, they're only 2.5 games behind the Bulls, despite how horrible they've been this year. So it's still definitely possible if they start winning games. Quentin Grimes is an absolutely must roster, right? 14 points, 9 assists. He popped off last game for 44 points. And now Andre Drummond and Yabusele, they started Drummond, and Drummond had a big game, obviously, but I think the Sixers also have a game tonight. If you want rebounds, right, he's a great guy. And with a good schedule, you could definitely stream. But Drummond, a lot of games he won't be getting 29 minutes because they would just play Yabusele at the 5. Not always, but a lot of games he will not get close to 30 minutes. He obviously played really well here. Yabusele, not the best game, 9 rebounds, two threes, but I think he's a very unique fantasy player because he's a center that shoots threes. He has decent field goal, and he can get you some steals and blocks. So if you're looking for those, sure. But he doesn't get a lot of rebounds as a center. He doesn't get a lot of points either. So, but if the schedule is great, you should have him. Justin Edwards also, I think, is in the must roster territory, especially with Paul George and Kelly Oubre Jr. out. We'll see if either one of them plays tonight. If not, Edwards can definitely be streamed. He provides decent numbers, and he won't hurt you anywhere. Moving on to the next one, we have the Washington Wizards lost to the Heat, 90-106. With Jordan Poole out, they're great. They give Bob Carrington 35 minutes. He's a must roster as long as Jordan Poole is out. If Jordan Poole comes back, maybe he only gets 28. But yeah, we need to roster him for 3. He give you 3 points and an assist, right? Maybe a little bit rebound. He's a fairly big point guard. Bilo Coulibaly really struggled here, but I think in category leagues he does provide some assists, steals, and blocks, which is pretty valuable. Alex Sarr, no blocks here. To be honest, no. If you're not trying to win blocks, he's 100% a job. And he doesn't even get that many minutes anyway. Keyshawn George, decent game here, 2 threes, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal. I think Keyshawn is a must roster. He just provides a lot of different categories. 3-and-D guy, although he hasn't been shooting the ball at all. He hasn't been shooting the ball well at all. Another rough game here. And Chris Middleton, just a streamer. They're not going to play him 30 minutes. Most nights he's going to play 24 minutes, give you 12, 13 points, and good efficiency. For the Heat, I know Andrew Wiggins being out. Nobody really benefits. I mean, if you want to stream Alec Burks, if they got a great schedule, you could. 9 points and 3 threes. And Terry Rozier is back. Oh, boy. So with him back, Davion Mitchell, okay. Because Davion Mitchell was playing very, very well. He was starting, but given he's out this game, Terry Rozier coming in, play 35 minutes. Yeah, if next game Davion is still out, maybe Terry Rozier, given how everybody's out, that we could stream him. 15 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists is okay. But most importantly, he played 35 minutes. Tyler Hero played 26 because of the blowout. 16 points is still in a block. The Heat, they're right there. They're 7th seed. And Kel Ware is also out, so Bam started at the center. Had a good game with 15 rebounds, 5 assists. Yeah, pretty good game from Bam. And they even played Kevin Love, surprisingly. So, yeah, for the Heat right now, Terry Rozier, right? Duncan Robinson for 3s. You can stream for 3s. Everybody else is, maybe Alec Burks. Moving on to the next game with the Atlanta Hawks. Well, this is a wild one. They beat the Grizzlies 130-130. The Grizzlies, they're obviously trying to get the 2nd seed with another loss. They have dropped all the way down to the 4th seed, and who knows, Rockets could overtake them, right? It's very competitive at the top. They and then they lost 3 straight. The Grizzlies losing to the Hawks at home is not ideal. Caris LeVert off the bench really popped off with 20. The Atlanta Hawks, they have a back-to-back. So if you stream Caris LeVert or Terrence Mann, great idea because they're playing again. And, I think Georgius Niang was out, so LeVert probably got a few extra minutes. Zachary also popped off 11 for 13 from the field, 27 points, 4 steals and a block with 5 threes. If you were streaming him, yeah, hold him for another day, but he's not really going to do this again, I don't think. Okongwu had a good game because, when you score 132 points, everybody's numbers look good. Dyson Daniels, 7 assists, 3 steals, and 14 points. Very solid. Had 5 personal fouls. And Trae Young, he hasn't been scoring a lot of points, but 15 assists is good. But for sure, he's struggling shooting the ball. Or maybe the defense is really good. The Grizzlies, Jaren Jackson Jr., well, I guess that makes sense because they don't have Ja, they don't have Jaren Jackson Jr. right? They only have Desmond Bain, who had a triple-double, 35-point triple-double. What a game from Desmond Bain. 14 for 14 from the line with 3 threes. His best game of the season. And if guys continues to be out, I don't know how severe Jaren Jackson Jr.'s injury is. Desmond Bain he has to take on more usage. Luke Kennard started, hit 1 3, 17 points. Yeah, with Ja out, Luke Kennard is a great stream. Jalen Wells hit 2 threes. And Santi Aldama also out this game. So I think it was a back-to-back. But if Jaren Jackson Jr. end up missing time, right? Brandon Clark, Santi Aldama, these guys I think become must rosters. Well, here Brandon Clark only played 21 minutes even without Jaren Jackson Jr. But for sure we should be start streaming him for field goal and rebounds and blocks, right? Vince Williams, he kind of provides everything, a little bit everything. And Gigi Jackson also came in and played 20. So I don't know when Grizzlies is going to have their back-to-back, but if they do, Jaren Jackson Jr. out, all these guys could be streamed. And of course, with Ja Morant out, Scottie Pippen Jr. is always a good option, but he only played 17 minutes, so maybe not. Maybe you want to check whether or not who they're going to start. If they're going to start Scottie Pippen Jr., that we could stream him for that day. For the next game, the Rockets lost to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Rockets known for their defense, but OKC scored 137 points. Rockets also scored 128 points. It was a back-to-back, so no Emprung Şengün and no Fred VanVleet. Yeah, the Rockets kind of just be like, okay, we're playing OKC on the road. Let's give all the starters a rest. So Reed Shepherd started and popped off with 25 points and 3 threes, 5 assists, 2 steals, and block. Yeah, sure. But I think the guy's going to be back. Jalen Green, 18 points and 1 3, not the best game. And Jabari Smith played 27 minutes. He is not getting minutes with everybody healthy. This game, the Rockets just rested everybody. So they do have another game tonight. You could, if you were streaming him, hold and then drop him. Cam Whitmore played 40 minutes. Yeah, that would be a really good stream if you stream Cam Whitmore with the entire Rocket team out. 4 threes, 2 steals, and 3 blocks, and 27 points. What a game from him. This Rockets team, they got a lot of talent, right? If you give Reed Shepherd 35 minutes a night, he can put up 18 points, maybe, 17, 18 points with a couple of threes, but he's obviously a defensive liability. But he can get buckets. He can shoot. Same thing with Cam Whitmore. I remember he always put up numbers, whenever given minutes. For OKC, wow, Shea had 51 points. My God. Yeah, he just ran really hard. 10 for 10. It helps with his MVP case, I'm sure. That's great. Isaiah Hartenstein, 25 minutes, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, a steal and a block. Had some personal foul issues, so that's why because of the low minutes. Chet Holmgren also filled up the stat sheet with 11 rebounds, 2 and 3 blocks. Yeah, they've been playing with different lineups. Sometimes they would not start Isaiah Hartenstein. Sometimes they start both of them, depending on the opposing matchup. But either way, Isaiah Hartenstein is getting close to 30 minutes, so I'm not too worried. And Jalen Williams hit 4 out of 5 threes, 24 points. Yeah, all the starters played really well. And today, right, Cason Wallace is the one who got 32 minutes, hit 2 threes and 3 steals with 4 assists. Yeah, if they got a back-to-back, Eric Wiggins, Cason Wallace, those are the guys that we could be streaming. We could stream for sure. Moving on to the next one. Well, this is sad that Kyrie Irving is out for season. It's been confirmed. They lost to Kings, so yeah, let's just talk about Mavericks real quick. So Max Christie for sure. I mean, if not, he's already on must roster. Najee Marshall, Spencer Dinwiddie, right? And another interesting guy is because all the centers are out, they play Kai Jones 34 minutes. I would also just pick him up before next game just to see, well, if you're in the playoffs and you're looking for rebounds and field goal, Kai Jones is a guy, and he can get you some blocks as well. Let's see. They're kind of running out of bodies at this point, right? They have to play someone. That is not good for, I don't know at what point they're going to decide to really punt this season away. Maybe they're waiting for AD and see how things go. But, let's say you make the 10th seed and you're not really making the plays with just AD. They just have so many injuries this year. So I guess if Luka ended up winning a chip this year, they actually did him a huge favor, assuming if Kyrie's still out for season. Because even with Luka, right? With no Kyrie, it's just you're not really gonna win. Unfortunately, if you have Kyrie Irving, you lose your second round player. It is what it is. Really sad, unfortunate timing. But Max Christie, Najee Marshall, Spencer Dinwiddie, and maybe even Dante Exum. Those are the guys that we should look to, stream. And I don't think other than Max Christie, like he's close to must roster, like 3 and D. All the other guys definitely stream, but not must roster. And we look at the Kings. Yeah, it's such a blowout, so nobody really played huge minutes. One thing I will say is Valanciunas is absolutely must roster. Sabonis is going to be out. Valanciunas is a top 50 player. If you just give the man 25 minutes a night, the problem with him is in the modern NBA, he just get cooked so hard on the perimeter. It's hard to play, but I guess it didn't matter. It didn't really matter this game. He still played well, and he's a plus 20. Last game of the night, we have Detroit beat the Utah Jazz 134. Of course, Detroit, they're on the roll. Another great game from Kate Cunningham with 29 points, 9 assists, and 4 steals, and 1 3. Amazing. It is a very easy matchup. Malik Beasley got the start, so he took 14 threes. Great. 15 points and 3 threes, and he offers nothing else, which is fine. If you're looking for threes and points, he's a great guy to have on your team. Jalen Duren, like I said, Jalen Duren has been amazing getting those defensive stats. He just hit another gear. Because for the first half of the season, he was not getting any blocks. 12 rebounds, 2 steals and blocks. Great. All-Star Thompson, 3 steals and a block. All-Star Thompson is just so good. Again, this game is versus the Jazz, so it doesn't mean much. But those two guys, putting up huge numbers. But everybody put up huge numbers versus the Jazz. For the Jazz, Isaiah Collier, in my opinion, we should roster him for the assists. No assists here, only 2 steals, 11 points. Keontae George had a rough one. Detroit, they're a great defensive team, especially perimeter. I don't know who they put All-Star Thompson on. He's shutting you down. None of these guards can really have a good game versus All-Star Thompson. Walker Kessler, 9 rebounds and block, 14 points. Pretty solid as long as he's playing. But, they've been resting him quite a bit. KJ Martin had some foul trouble, only 5 points. But if he continues to start, right, he has some streaming value for defensive stats and all that. And Filipowski too. Filipowski, he had 25 points, which is great. He could score, he could get rebound, he could get assists. So Walker Kessler, even this game, he still played 25 minutes. So I'll be looking to stream him. I think he has some nice upside on this team because somebody has to shoot the ball. All right, that's it, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.